3. We've made it. By the way, before we start, I just want to say, everyone that's listening, please like, share, comment, whether it's good or bad. Give us your feedback. We got to get this out now. We're trying to gain new followers, trying to do everything else we can. So everybody, follow us if you can. Let your friends know. One thing we are going to look into, especially for the holiday season, I know you've been clamoring about it. UFP merch will be coming out, and we're going to let you know how to get some T-shirts, how to get some stuff there. And Jimmy's working hard on that, aren't you, Jimmy?
Listen,
Yep.
It's too soon for how.
I
It's too
said you got
soon
a
for
plan.
decorations.
You can't
crap.
order.
Jeez, here we go. Sorry, started. Dude, you just got back from Clearwater. Come on, aren't you in a
Exactly.
good mood?
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into Mike's adventures,
Yeah.
our adventures this past week, everything
Yes,
else
indeed.
there. All I got to say is it's a Lions victory Monday. Big victory over the Browns. I have to say the Browns are our second team. It's Mike's team, but we are now the Lions are first place in the NFC Norris division, as Chris Berman would always say. So, Mike, we did.
Not that we didn't see this coming.
Yeah, Mike, how do you feel about this? Come on.
Well, in typical Browns fashion,
Flacco
defense was
fell apart.
spectacular in the first half, kept them in the game, but they can't score. You can't win in the NFL if you can't score. I like Joe Flacco, but I mean, listen,
he didn't play a good game.
He did not play a good game. He is stuck in the pocket.
Him. I will.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second week in a row he's through. It was almost two interceptions you could call punt interceptions. The one that I saw, again, I didn't get a chance to watch everything because I was watching the offshore races in Clearwater Beach, Florida. So I don't know if it could get any better than that. But nonetheless, yeah, the one I saw the replay. I'm like, he did it again. It's essentially it's a punt.
I think
he throws a deep out.
Right?
Yeah, he throws a deep out pattern and it gets picked off. I mean, yeah, it's a punt, but hey, I listened to Rex Ryan a little bit on the plane. He went off about Shador, and he's screaming and hollering and ranting about Shador, and Shador should be in the front of the sidelines. He should be clamoring to get in the game. He even said if it's Dylan Gabriel. I do think it has to be time to probably try for the Browns to get Dylan Gabriel in the game. I would put Dylan Gabriel in before Shador Sanders. And I think that's because in the preseason, what do we talk about here all the time? Preseason doesn't really mean much, but Dylan Gabriel definitely looked better than Shador Sanders. But I digress. I'll let you guys give the recap of the game. Tell us how
before we even get into any of the specifics
dominated
of the game,
my Browns.
The specifics of the game, I can talk today. One of the things I noticed and one of the things I did see was it was clear.
Yep.
It's not that the NFL teams have talent. There's usually, I mean, it's not a big difference between talent when it comes to a lot of these teams. Obviously, their defense is incredible, but their offense did not seem to be ready for this game. They just looked disjointed. The Browns just didn't know what side to hike the football from. Flacco didn't know where he was going. The play calling was suspect at best. And once again, I say it all the time. You guys say this to me all the time, and I laugh at everything. Is the first drives for any team mean absolutely nothing. If the Browns stormed down the field like it was nobody's business, scored a touchdown, but Kathy is yelling like, "Come on, you got to do better." I'm like, "Just wait, it'll change," and it did.
Yeah.
So here's what pisses me off.
Go ahead.
This is what pisses me off. Pardon my French.
That's no fun.
The special teams, which is what we clamored about the week prior, and how that essentially special teams brought the Browns back in that game. A blocked field goal, and then obviously they got their own field goal to win the game. This week, what was that punt coverage? You text me, Jim. You're like, "What was that?" And I watched the replay.
Do you see the guy? He
What
was
in
like
the world
literally
kind of
2
punt
inches
coverage
away
is
from
that?
him. All he had to do was dive and tackle the guy.
He basically gave up.
Yeah.
So we go, it's feast or famine. It's always this way with this franchise. It drives me crazy. And I don't know if I want to start blaming Stefanski so much, but
dude, the guy was what's his name? I don't even know his name.
Oh,
doesn't make a difference. Punters don't mean anything.
The guy was
I'll have to look him up.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to use the word I want to use.
Hey, did defensive coordinator and former Lions head coach Mr. Schwartz get did he get a proper Lions welcome back to Ford Field?
Well, he didn't get carried off the field this time, so.
Taunting?
Like when he was with the Bills.
Not as much as you thought would be.
I still laugh about that.
No.
That was hilarious.
I personally liked him, but we got Campbell now. Campbell had this team ready to play. Goff had a great game. St. Brown had a great game. Gibbs, Laporta, J-Mo. I mean, these guys lit it up. They looked
So
awesome.
they continue to defy all expectations in terms of the offensive line
Hutch,
and the
You
running
Hutch
know,
had a
game.
great
what you
game.
saw too.
I missed him. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I said, so what everybody thought was going to kind of be the Achilles heel of this team, which the Lions, which was going to be the offensive line and the running game, has completely exceeded expectations. Their offensive line is setting the tone in these games. They are running the ball at will, which
Mhm.
again, what we've talked about, they're setting up the pass. It's setting up play action. I mean, right now, okay, the Pack after 2 weeks looked like they were going to be probably the most formidable foe of the Lions. You could make an argument right now. It's the Lions and the Eagles in the
Mhm.
NFC. I think the Eagles pretty much dominated Tampa Bay
Bless
yesterday, made Baker Mayfield make some pretty stupid decisions. Bless you,
you.
Jim.
I tried to
So
turn my microphone off. Sorry.
that was good. It did not come across like we thought. Blow all of our eardrums out. This is clearly why these two idiot teams are 0-3. How many fumbles are you going to have? Oh, jeez. Sorry. And ADD kicked in. I'm watching the game. I'm like, why are you kidding me? So, anyways, yeah, I think, and to your point, Jim, with Aiden, geez, OP, you got a serious allergic reaction going on there at
Dude,
the
I
ward
got
home.
Yeah, that's another.
Yes. I'm sure you guys, and collectively, the entire city of Detroit and every Detroit Lions fan across the entire nation was taking a little bit of a deep breath,
Out of
skipped a
breath.
beat on the heartbeat
Out of
when
breath.
Hutch was down. So
Wind
what was the
knocked out of him.
official?
Oh, that's
Again,
scary.
I'm coming from a
Yeah.
point of view, huh? Is that what it was?
He got
You got the
well.
wind
If you
knocked
watch
out of
that
him?
clip, he said he's
Yeah.
like I got the wind knocked out of me. He's like
Ah.
I just needed like 30 seconds. He's like, come on, Hutch.
It
get
was
up, get
close,
up."
yeah.
The one view I thought he
Yeah.
had a swift
It was,
kick to the
it was
testicles.
crazy there. There,
I
two
know,
other
that's
why
two
he
other
was
too at
down.
first.
points I'm going to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
about the game. We'll talk
Yes.
about both individually. The first one, Myles Garrett is a beast. We talk about it. He is a game changer. He is probably 10 times the player
Oh yeah.
that,
Oh, he is.
than what you're really going to get anywhere else. And just when he was in there, the disruption he had, what he did when he was there is just incredible. I mean, and the dumbest thing I saw was, I don't know why they initially had him lined up against Penny Sewell. It made no sense. Why would you have him against Penny Sewell? Why would you have him against their best offensive lineman? And sure enough, later in that game, he did move over and they went over and was in front of Taylor Decker, because Decker's a little slower, a little older and longer in the tooth. It was crazy to kind of see some of that there, but I still think, as good as Hutchinson is, Myles Garrett is, to me, the best defensive player in the game right now. And it's I mean, you're gonna hear everybody talk and say Micah Parsons is really that person, but I don't know. I just see Garrett as being a far more disruptive player than Parsons.
Yeah, Miles is.
Yeah.
I think Miles is more of a disruptor than Micah is.
I gotta give Golf some credit though. He was pretty good moving in the
Mhm.
pocket and getting
Yeah.
away from him.
Speaking
Pretty
of
much
which,
the whole game, if you ask me.
without looking at the stats, Jimmy, if you haven't done it yet, which quarterback
So
threw for more yards, Flacco or Goff? Yeah, Flacco threw
Flacco.
for
Seriously,
Flacco was 16 to 34.
I didn't
Yeah,
look at the
184
stats.
yards. No touchdowns, 2
I didn't do my
interceptions with
homework.
a quarterback
Mhm.
rating of 39.3. Oh boy, Joe. Actually, they had the identical. Oh, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
Flacco had 184 yards passing. Goff was 16 to 27, 168,
average,
2
but it was
touchdowns,
good,
1
good enough.
interception, and his rating was 86.7. So, I mean, still somewhat pedestrian. Yeah, nothing to really speak of. But here again, okay, so Gibbs, after week 1, what do we talk about? Gibbs and Montgomery were basically held way in check. I mean, they couldn't run the ball. But ever since, starting with that Chicago game, and here's Gibbs' line: 15 carries, 91 yards, 6.1 average. In the NFL, 6.1 is insane.
Dude, he's fast.
That is a
He's
phenomenal.
so fast.
Oh, he's great. I mean, just
He's
off
the
the
fastest
ball.
running back in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his time to the line of scrimmage and past the line, past the offensive line and the blocking is incredible, and that's
Well-
what speed does. And it was obviously a testament to his
So
offensive
we're talking
line.
about this game against Cleveland,
Mhm.
Baltimore. That was
Yeah.
probably one of the most impressive wins ever
Absolutely.
by Detroit. Period.
Yeah. Let's see receptions. Amon-Ra, 7 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. J-Mo only had 2 catches for
2 drops.
40.
He had 2 big drops.
He was targeted 8 times.
Yeah.
So you guys could probably speak to a little bit more of,
Yeah.
it was 2 drops? Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, he's targeted 8 times. He only had two catches. Well, obviously, with 2 drops, that's going to make a huge line. Laporta had 3 catches, 39 yards. He was targeted 4 times. Raymond, 2 for 13. Jahmyr Gibbs was targeted and had 2 receptions for 6 yards. So, yeah, I mean, okay. So Aiden's line, now this is pretty impressive. So he's making me eat my words after week 1. Because after week 1, I said he doesn't look ready. I tried to premise it with, of course, after a year off, trying to get back in the swing of things. But ever since then, he has slowly but surely, certainly started to make more of an impact. So he had 3 solo tackles, 4 total, 2 sacks, tackles for losses, 2. He's now becoming the disruptor he was last year before he got hurt.
He's warming up. That's for sure. Yep.
So he's not, like Mark just said a little bit ago, I don't think he's to the level of Myles Garrett by any stretch of the imagination, but he is setting himself up as one of the premier pass rushers. Again, he's making me eat my words, and I'm not too.
I will say that. All right, so I love his approach when he gets to the quarterback and he doesn't go for the tackle and he just punches the ball out. Love it. Love it.
The only thing I would like to see is sometimes, Mark, and I think you and I were texting this too, or all 3 of us were, some of the spin moves. He gets himself a little bit out of position. He loves that spin move, which I get. It clearly gets him to the quarterback. Yeah, he's good at it. But I do think there's some times where it leaves him up in no man's land on a containment assignment where the opposing quarterback's going to get out. As we get into the season and other teams starts, seeing that, especially with like somebody like Jordan Love or anybody else that's a mobile quarterback. Of course, last week with Lamar Jackson, they to their credit, they made a heck of a lot of adjustments at halftime, and that stopped because there were definitely occasions where it was either Hutch or one of the other defensive linemen were out of position and they were not playing containment.
I don't think
the spin move, he takes himself out. The problem is, as an offensive lineman, he's taking himself out of the play sometimes if he's guessing wrong how he spins. If he spins out and that ball's going up the middle or he's doing their lineman's just going to take him away. He's got to learn.
Correct.
He's got to learn a spin move. Yeah, he's got to learn the power move, like, a bull rush. He's got to learn a swim move. He's got to learn a couple of other pieces. And that's what that's what Myles Garrett does, really. You can't do the same thing. And he'll learn. He's young, but I want to bring up one thing. Yeah. To me, if you had one player of the game or one, it was the Lions defense is clearly what was the players of this game. I'm just looking here now. Let's look at a couple things. Obviously, look at a couple of Lions drives. First one, 4 plays and out. Second play was a 5 play, 65 yards. So that was a good 2-minute drive there. The next possession, 5 plays, 16 yards and a field goal. 4 plays and out, 3 plays and out. Next one was a touchdown from only 3 plays and a 5-yard touchdown. A field goal, 6 plays, 44 yards, not much. Interception when they got interception. Really, even on the touchdowns, it was a 20-yard touchdown, a 20-play drive or 20-yard drive for the touchdown. They didn't, and that's why you're seeing those stats come through the way they were for the Lions. They don't have massive stats, but even though they put up 34, because they got short field position the entire time.
Well, and to what we've been talking about, as this season progresses, and you're going to start playing, the level of play is going to get even better from the opposition as everybody starts scouting everybody even a little bit closer, sees the tendencies, makes adjustments or whatever it might be. Yeah, you can't necessarily get into now. Once again, looking back to what we said just a little bit ago, you're talking about probably the number 1 or number 2 defense in the NFL. So you're going to have instances like this where you get a touchdown and then you get into punt, field goal, finally get a touchdown, right? The Browns did them no favors, or did plenty of favors for the Lions, did no favors to themselves on their ineptitude and their inability to be able to run the ball, pass, control the line of scrimmage. Yeah. I mean, they are just, it's very frustrating as a Browns fan to watch this. You got Quinshon Judkins. He did have 21 carries for 82. Yeah, he's going to be, he's like a Gibbs. He's absolutely like a Gibbs. I don't think he's quite as fast as Gibbs, but he's also got the jukes and jives and everything else that is very reminiscent of Gibbs. And he's a rookie. But he had 21 carries, 82 yards, touchdown. His average was 3.9. So what I just say a little bit ago, right? You look at Jahmyr with 6.1. I mean, Judkins 3.9 is pretty damn good too. So, but other than that, that's it. That's all we had. Browns. That's all they had. Bond had 3 receptions for 58 yards. Jerry Jeudy had 3 receptions for 48 yards. Judkins actually had 4 receptions for 33 yards. But, I mean, other than that, they're not getting – Njoku should be their tight end, should be an absolute stinking weapon. He is a spectacular tight end, and they're not utilizing him.
Flacco
again,
looked like
I
he
like
didn't want to
Flacco,
play
but
yesterday. It
come
almost
on,
seemed
Joe.
like that.
You got
like
to
he
find
was
these
just
guys,
going
man.
through the motions. Of course, the funny thing, if you get a chance to see it, I don't know where they had it, but they showed his kids. One of his kids during the week was wearing an Amon-Ra St. Brown jersey around the house, and another one had a Gibbs jersey on. Yep.
What?
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. They showed it about that.
No kidding.
Are you
just
certain that
looked
was
like
an AI?
he just didn't. It almost looked. There was a play yesterday too when it was in the morning game where
Ooh.
it was a tush push essentially from the Steelers, and Aaron Rodgers just stood there behind the line of scrimmage, hands on his shoulders, didn't even move. And it just seemed
Vikings
like Flacco
and-
was doing that the entire game. He was just there. I would understand if that was Shedeur Sanders or someone else. It just didn't seem like he was happy to be there. It just something didn't seem right with Flacco yesterday.
My apologies if my face is grimaced, but I'm watching the
I felt bad for you, Mike, but
Dolphins. What?
not really.
Yeah, don't feel bad for me. It's my whole life. Story of my life.
Last comment I'm going to make
really
about the
Vikings
game.
fan that's out there.
So
Somebody mentioned
I don't
that
feel
week
too
one
bad.
in the NFL right now is essentially preseason. And I think with the Lions offensive line, you saw that Mahogany, Glasgow, and Rutledge in the middle. That's the first game they really played together as a whole. And I think they had a lot to learn. And as you've seen now the last 3 weeks, the rushing attack, the 3 of those are getting in unison, and I'm going to eat my words about Glasgow. I think he is doing more than a serviceable job. He's doing a pretty damn good job in the middle. And Rutledge and Mahogany are going to be there for a while, and you're going to have 2 tremendous guards to pair. And they're going to have to get a center, or they're going to have to get a tackle at the end of this year, because I got to assume Decker's going to retire this year.
They definitely stepped up and are playing good past 2 games for sure.
You know, I want to bring something up real quick, Mark, because you just made a really good point about week 1 being preseason. I do believe that this is starting to rear its ugly head in some of these injuries, these early injuries too. And look at Lamar Jackson yesterday. You guys were texting me about I mean, they had 7 starters in the first half go down. Now we are in week 4.
Not cool.
So maybe,
That's not cool.
No, it's not cool at all. I think this propensity of these coaches to not play anybody in the preseason to at least get them a little bit more into game. I mean, again, I was watching ESPN on between working on the plane and looking up at my monitor or listening to those guys. Rex Ryan was saying the same thing, and then of course they're all talking about Malik Neighbors and his injury yesterday and the curse of the MetLife Stadium turf. So let's talk about that for a minute, because Mark, you always seem to be the foremost expert on topics like that. Because MetLife did change the field turf in 2023 to the current turf, but they are clearly saying that this is the third ACL.
Is that the same as Ford Field?
Mark would speak to the
my grass. I know my grass.
Field turf and what Ford Field did.
Next turf or something like that. It's called.
I forget the name.
And it's the same thing, but there's a problem with it is that they're constantly changing that out because of the 2 teams playing there. You have to change the end zones. You're changing everything out when it comes down to that. So you're constantly moving it. It's constantly being adjusted. And here's the kicker is that the ownership of because obviously neither team owns that stadium. It's East Rutherford, the city of East Rutherford, or whoever it is owns that stadium. Basically have said that they don't want to put grass in there because grass will not do well. But yet the upcoming World Cup next year, there's going to be grass in there, because if they don't have grass, they can't play there unless there's grass. I mean, hell, they put grass in the Silverdome to play.
It's going to be grass.
Of course, from what I heard, the humidity inside there was astronomical because of how much they had to water it inside there. But yeah, I mean, you're going to have problems. They say they're not going to do it. Well, yeah, I mean, the problem.
They do it in Arizona. They
I agree. Yeah.
Football was made to be played.
It is.
Yeah, Mike, you always said that.
But I think the problem too is
underneath
the turf too. It's you're playing on cement. You're playing in a parking lot.
Yes.
Listen,
essentially. Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Well, and that's why soccer players won't play on it. I mean, they feel it's dangerous.
Oh,
so
I remember Michigan. Michigan
clearly better
old
than
Michigan
the old
State was like
turf, which is essentially
and I remember Central had horrible ones.
That goes back to the Silverdome.
Michigan State's was actually pretty good, but Eastern Michigan was like putting out like the stuff you'd put on your patio, putting it in your driveway and trying to play on it. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what I just said. It's putt-putt golf. You're playing
We'll bring
football,
up our
putt-putt
Barrymore
golf.
stories later.
Exactly. Yeah, so you now lose Malik Neighbors to season-ending
Jackson Dart.
ACL injury. That was a surprising game in and of itself. No one. Yeah, Jackson Dart. I mean, the line on him wasn't overly impressive. He had a very, I'll use this word again, really pedestrian, 13 to 20, 111 yards, 5.6 average. His rating was 96, so not too bad. Well, listen, I think that kid, he's going to be pretty good.
And I think
that
part of that,
found some
part
of
of that too is a Western team going
franchise
east,
quarterback,
and they're starting a game at 9 a.m. or 10 o'clock in the morning their time. Usually, if you've got a team going east, you're going to start the game, do a 4 o'clock game to give them some type of normalcy. So they got done dirty there.
Yeah, listen. We've talked about this before. I don't like it, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, Herbert, 23 of 41, 203, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
He had a 57.3 rating. So that was very, very under pedestrian for Justin Herbert. That was the first bad game he's had all year. But listen, they're 3-1. Giants improved to 1-3. But yeah, the main story coming out of there is the season-ending injury.
He's another
Malik Neighbors
wide receiver.
ACL, which really sucks. Because man, I like that
terrible.
kid.
LSU is just pumping him out.
Don't wish that upon anybody.
Okay, both of them.
That's
but
right.
Yeah, you
mean Ohio State?
Yeah.
Did you see Ibuka yesterday after the Bucks game? He's like, clearly we need to promote Ohio State even more as wide receiver U.
I watched the Seahawks Cardinals game on Thursday night for all of 30 seconds. Seahawks are 3-1, 2-0 away. I watched most of the Vikings Steelers games as I was doing laundry in our basement yesterday because it was the early game. There was nothing else on.
Live from Ireland.
They're 3-1.
That was a good game. I was texting Ann about that.
Yeah, they're 3-1. This is, I believe, the second year in a row.
The smelling salts.
What did he do? He sniffs the.
Jim, have you ever done that? Have you ever smelled smelling salts?
Smelling salts?
Yeah. We'll have to get some for you.
He threw a dime.
Oh my God, the ammonia in there, it is.
But
I've done it more than a few times. I mean, Mike, how many times were you knocked out where they gave you smelling salts and you're like, okay, back again?
Mike?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember it that much. There was a couple times. I definitely did it, but
wake up.
Probably needed it a few times in my adult life too, just when I'm working.
I was just going to say, I might need it just to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that was, so I actually thought that just kind of going through the scores, I didn't see the Eagles punishing the Bucs as much as they did, at least in the first half. Tampa Bay came back, made it a game in typical Baker Mayfield fashion, although I do like Buck. Listen, I like Mayfield. But he does, and almost, well, you can predict it coming. But to his credit, the one where he scrambled right, got out of the pocket, threw it. If it didn't get tipped at the line, it probably would have been a touchdown. So you can't completely blame that interception on him. Okay, so let's dive real quick into the Eagles because this is something that I think is pretty interesting. So this is the fourth straight game that we have not had a 100-yard rushing game. 19 carries. 19 carries. Okay, here we go again. 19 carries, 43 yards, 2.3 yards per carry. That's I guess we're going to have to call this the pedestrian podcast this time. This is the theme of the week. I keep saying pedestrian. Now I know it's the average, for crying out loud. Yeah, so 19 carries, 43 yards. He did have a touchdown, but this is the fourth straight game. Of course, they're 4-0, so I don't know how much you can complain about it, but he hasn't had a 100-yard rushing game yet. And this is the reigning Super Bowl champions that essentially ran to the Super Bowl and won it.
Yeah, to speak of that, Mike, I'm just
going
through
here.
ESPN lists all the top rushers
so it's pretty interesting
from
to
that
watch.
Seahawks Cardinals game. Kenny Skywalker, 19 carries, 81 yards. Kenny Gainwell for the Steelers, 99 yards on 19 carries. Bijan Robinson, 17 carries on 71 yards. Finally, James Cook, 22 carries, 117. That's the first with 100 yards. Gibbs with 91 yards. Hubbard with 49 yards for Carolina. And for the Chargers had 128. I think there were 3 or 400-yard rushers. That was it. Travis Etienne, too.
Did you see A.J. Brown complaining after that game? Not to go on a long dissertation about this. Shut up. Really? Your team's 4-0. You just went down to Tampa Bay and beat a 3-0 team in their house. and you're complaining about not getting enough touches.
Okay.
Be a team player. Shut the hell up and play the damn game.
That's what I love
room.
about the Lions. You
This
see
is
those
disgusting.
guys;
This
they're
is stuff
proud
that
to
drives me
block for each
crazy.
other.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Campbell's got that team. Just
Couple other surprises, by the way.
He does.
Last
He
week,
does.
He absolutely does.
Unfunniest
You ask
podcast.
me.
Okay, go ahead.
One moment.
Go.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was going to tell you about these Eagles fans that were down
Not
at
too
the
far from the big
Wyndham
sombrero.
Clearwater Beach. This is where we were staying for the company event that we were at.
Okay.
These people.
Let's go.
Yeah. Listen, they overtook the place
you
for
gonna
crying
brag?
out loud.
Are you bragging?
No, I'm not bragging. These people are running around that resort all day on Saturday, obviously with a few Diet Cokes and Diet Pepsis, adult beverages. All I heard all day was EAGLES, Eagles. If I hear this one more time, and I have my Browns football with me too, I looked at the.
Wait a second. You brought a football with you?
Did you bring the fan?
Oh yeah, I bring my football everywhere I go.
Is that,
That's like
you
my
travel
little,
with
that's like my
Okay,
Wilson.
so it's
That's
the
like the
fan.
volleyball. Of course, I brought my
Did you
fan.
ever
I have to have my
photograph it?
fan. So the fan and the football make it into
Wait a minute.
travel
Let's
into the
go back for a second.
It
You
doesn't
check-
even no.
why
I
do
put
you
it in
check
the
a bag?
check. So my Browns ball was there. It's because Rebecca and
I
I
do
have
too.
to take liquids. I
Come
need
on,
my
good the Lord,
specific
I haven't
soap.
checked a
I need
bag
my
in probably
specific
10
lotions. I need.
All right. You know what?
Okay, that's different. Yeah,
I had to bring tumblers back. I knew I was going to have to bring the tumblers back because our event coordinator, Debbie, is phenomenal and she provides things for us and these little trinkets.
Did you say Debbie?
She doesn't. Yeah, she's our event coordinator.
Oh.
She's spectacular.
Hi, Debbie.
But yes, I had to pack a bag. I like my specific things. I'm very regimented about all of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis.
You
And
didn't
if I
bring a
get
pillow.
off
You don't bring a
track,
pillow when you travel, do you?
then
Please tell me
everything
you
goes
don't.
awry, and I'm
Okay.
just not myself.
Okay.
There. No, I don't bring my pillow. I wish, because of course my sleep
So
number
wait,
bed
feet
goes
over your-
inverted.
feet
I
over your
sleep at a
head,
45
or
degree
you
angle,
go
so I have to take all the
sideways?
pillows.
It's like a roller
the
coaster.
All right. This is perfect timing for this. All right. So, all right. I don't like to be a copycat, but when I'm gonna be a copycat, it's gonna be my older brother, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you guys know the term.
Yeah, be like
everybody
Mike, yeah.
loves Mike, right? Oh no, everybody wants to be like Mike, right? Here we go.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, shouldn't you have blue-colored glasses after the Lions'
Oh
victory?
my Lord.
No,
You went for the shooters.
I gotta be like you. I gotta be like Mike.
Man, I can't even put them on because I have them over here to my left,
All right.
and
So
I can't put them on because the Browns have disappointed me.
all right, hold on.
All
I'm
right.
break them
So
up later, but at least you got your Lions hat on. Well, that looks spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, these
Yeah.
Eagles fans, some of them they were actually pretty cool. I'm being a little facetious, but they were definitely loud, and it was all day long on
Oh, these
Saturday.
these are
Whether at the
nice.
pool, at the beach, it was constant. EAGLES, Eagles. And of course, it's Go Birds. But yeah, it was fun. I'll tell you this really fast. I was joking around with this one guy, and he saw my Browns ball. I go, if you guys say that stupid chant one more time,
So-
I'm going to throw it as
so
fast
let me
as I
just get
can.
let me
Straight
get
down
this
your
straight.
throat. He
You
starts
go to the
laughing.
beach
Clearly, I was
on
kidding.
a work
I
trip,
was not promoting
and like
violence
everyone's
at all.
got their coolers, everyone's got this, and Mike's got his Browns football from like 1988 on. Is that true? Like you got it like tucked so no one can take it away from you?
Yeah, dude. Why, all right. All right. Fill us in on.
He's
this.
bringing.
Okay.
He's going to
I'll
get
be
it.
right back.
He's going to get it.
Oh, come on. All right. When he comes
He
back,
flies with the football.
oh, I got him. All right. Wait for this, Miller. I got him. Hey, Mike.
I wasn't prepared for props for this particular, but go ahead and ask your question, then we'll have the UFP official football reveal. Go ahead. Were you asking me something, James?
Hold on.
All right. In the interim. Ah, yes. There it is. The official Mike Ward. Thank you. The official Mike Ward. Authentic Cleveland Browns. Signed by number 19, Mike Ward, not Bernie Kosar.
Oh my
No.
God.
Thank you so much. So, this was clearly one of my centerpieces for the entire trip. Did keep it many times. Oh, listen, you guys are gonna laugh. I was told by the staff at the pool that I could not throw my ball.
Are you like 8 years old?
I'm like, what do you mean I can't throw my
Are you serious?
throw my ball? Sir, we have a no ball policy here at the resort in the resort pool. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I have to throw my ball. Well, sir, you can certainly go on the beach and throw your ball out there. Like I'm like a kid, like a deflated kid. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to go to the beach now and throw my Cleveland Browns football amongst these thousands of Eagles fans that want to take my ball and pop it. Dag nabbit.
All right.
Who in the heck tells you that? Like, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I know. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, the official Cleveland Browns UFP football made it to Clearwater and back. So all is right in the world, along with the Mike Ward fan for.
All right, Jimmy, go ahead. You were going to say
for
something.
Noise when I was sleeping.
All right, so go ahead. No, I was gonna. All right, so I'm not a typical one-upper, but when you one-up somebody,
we got Gallagher here today. He's a prop comic.
John Gallagher here.
Jack Gallagher. Would you look at that?
Just hanging out.
Well, I guess when you are a fan of the Detroit Lions, you can certainly brag and wear whatever colored sunglasses you want.
On our first unfunniest podcast player of the week last week, which was Rigoberto Sanchez. He had to punt 4 times yesterday. 4 times.
Yes,
209 yards, average of almost 52.3 yards per punt. So not bad, Rigoberto. You didn't quite get it this week, but congratulations on your first unfunniest podcast player of the week honors. So do that. Another big kind of transition from NFL to what was one of the biggest collapses in Major League Baseball history, where the Tigers still made the playoffs, but they did not obviously win the AL Central. But they are still playing. And where do they have to play this week? Of course, they got to play right back in is it? Jacobs Field, Progressive Field.
It's Progressive Field. We, as Indians fans, so Guardians, whatever.
That's true.
We do like to refer to it as the Jake, which is in its infancy and its commemorative year of 1994. Oh, it's a gorgeous ballpark. It's still one of, I think we've talked about this, but it's still one of the true centerpiece architectural designs that really kind of changed baseball stadiums in the mid-90s. Camden Yards is one of them, which is another really cool stadium. And then everybody else kind of fell in line. But yeah, the Jake, for sure.
I guess you could throw Comerica. Petco's one of my favorites.
Dude, Comerica's
I used to be Pac Bell. The one out in San Francisco to me is up there. Pittsburgh is an incredible ballpark. Wrigley Field, amazing park there. Yeah.
Well, Wrigley is obviously Wrigley, Fenway, but those are
the 20s, 30s. Yeah, Tiger Stadium.
I mean, those were built in what, the 30s, right? 30s and 40s. They're pretty old.
Can't
never get rid of those things.
Never been there, but.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Tigers and their epic collapse of 15 and a half games. And if there is another sports, go ahead, Jim. Jim was
All right. Let me just make this short.
Chip in a chair.
They're in.
They are in. They are in.
LFG. Let's go.
They are definitely in. They had a chance yesterday to overtake.
They struggled. They fell, but they're in. Let's go.
You lose tomorrow with Scooble on the mound. And
just hit in the head after what he did hitting the Indians player.
It's a 3-game series.
I mean, it was not his fault by any means whatsoever, but it's incredible.
Oh man, that was
his center.
Not only that crazy play where he decided to hike the ball like a football. I mean, what the heck was he thinking? Yeah, he sent like he was a center. Good. I'm glad you brought this up.
Correct.
So all 3 games.
And I think it goes the second game. The Tigers
Cleveland.
are considered the home team. I
if
think
I'm not
they
mistaken.
do that.
Yep.
So
before the last bat, but for the
what does that mean?
Yeah. So it doesn't mean anything other than just having that last at bat. But the same thing. All 3 games are in New York. All 3 games are in LA, and all 3 games are in Chicago. To the Tigers Guardians. Honestly, I have no clue.
Yep. I think that, listen, I'm not just talking as a fanboy. I think the tribe, the Guardians have been playing playoff baseball for 45 days, maybe a little bit longer. Every single game they have treated, and Stephen Vogt should get manager of the year. They traded away some players at the deadline, and we talked about this at the deadline. Again, I'm going to once again say that I'm going to eat my words because my dumbass, pardon my French, you guys were laughing at me. Well, yeah, you guys were laughing at me back when it was 15 and a half games, and we could probably bring this back up at
Mhm.
some point and make me eat my words even worse by actually showing people what I
Mhm.
said.
Yeah.
But they were 15 and a half games out,
Yep.
and I asked Mark for funeral music for the Cleveland Guardians. And I said, eh, I, self-admitted, I said the same thing. I said, the Tigers, this is their
Nobody did.
division.
No one did.
I had no premonition that the Tribe was going to come back
Uh-huh.
from 50. They on September 4th or September 1st, they were 11 and a half games out. Listen,
Yeah.
that is an
Terrible.
epic collapse by the Detroit Tigers. To your point, Jim, they are in. They
Yes,
basically
that's-
backed in.
That's why I wrote this down. They're in. Let's be fans. Let's support them.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
they're
go.
they're in. If they win
Tomorrow will
tomorrow
tell. The
with
next day
Scooble,
will tell.
yeah, I think you can
Uh-huh.
immediately reverse the trend and then go. Then all the pressure's on
It's
Cleveland,
over.
right?
Yeah.
But they lose tomorrow with Scooble on the mound.
Now the
and
question
you might
is
as well pack
now
the bags
with
because they're
the
done.
pressure's off now.
So
I mean, obviously
it's
they're
going
in
to
the
be
playoffs.
real interesting.
That biggest pressure was closing it out, was finishing it. Maybe now the pressure's off of them. It's hard to say.
See, I disagree. Yeah, I disagree.
Mhm.
I disagree completely. I think the pressure is continued to be put on them because of what happened. Because the entire country, the entire Major League Baseball fan base is looking at it and going, how in the world do you
Yeah.
lose a 15 and a half game lead? How do you lose about an 11 game lead with 30 games left in the season? I think the pressure is solely on them. I think Cleveland
So I think
is in the
Hinch-
driver's
Well,
seat,
it's the same.
and they have all the momentum in the world.
Same
I
thing
mean,
last
again,
year with Houston.
it's almost like you can't write this. I mean, it's a
I think-
storybook, huh?
No, I was gonna say. I think Hinch tried to take that off of them with
Well,
hitting and
yeah.
telling the team that in the celebration with the champagne.
yeah.
If
Well,
you
okay.
saw that.
So, Mark, what did you
Like,
just say?
I think he was trying to,
So
just
last year with Houston,
Take it
Houston, they didn't back in
Mhm.
the playoffs. I mean, they were kind of in that spot. It was pretty solidified that they were going to be in that spot. The Tigers were the hot upcoming, had to basically go and win every game
Mhm.
that they had left to get in.
Yeah.
This is the same scenario with Cleveland. They just had to do the same exact thing. So I think this does not set up well for the Tigers. Again, I clearly could be wrong. Usually am, but nonetheless, I do think that I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that the Tigers are going to win tomorrow, and then I think Cleveland will take the next two games, and I think that the Tribe will move on to face
Yeah,
the
it's going to
winner
be Gavin Williams or
of the
Scooble.
Yankees. Yeah, could you bring that, Mark? Bring that back up, will you? The playoff bracket, because I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Rocchio's 3-run homer yesterday was another. There's been a lot of cool moments.
Scooble needs to show up tomorrow.
Oh, he has to. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt he will. But yeah, yesterday's game in Cleveland, that 3-run
Last game
homer,
he played wasn't anything.
they went down. They went down
Spectacular.
8-6 in the top of the 10th, and then got two men
Mhm.
on, and Rocchio hit that 3-run dinger, walk-off 3-run home run. Another very cool moment. We've had some pretty cool moments at Comerica in the last year or two, but Cleveland absolutely has. I love the rooftop. There's a rooftop cam that they have in Cleveland from somebody's condominium that looks at Progressive Field, and you can hear the eruption. It is the coolest thing. I'll have to find it. Probably won't find it right now, but anyways, here I go, fanboy again of my Cleveland teams.
No, that's what stinks because Comerica in the playoffs, that place is electric.
Oh yeah, it can be.
Oh yeah,
it can be.
So
yeah, I think in my opinion, I'm gonna go with the Tribe coming out against the Tigers. I think the Mariners are going to be a very tough out for Cleveland. I think the Mariners are playing probably some of the best baseball as well. The Red Sox, another team, had to win a lot of games in a row, get back into the playoffs. The Yankees kind of been on cruise control since the Tigers beat the living daylights out of them in those two games. They've salvaged that series by beating the Tigers. And then that last game of a 3-game set. And then the Blue Jays. I mean, here's the opposite of the Tigers, right? You get the Blue Jays in the first half of the season that struggled pretty mightily, and then just turned it on after the All-Star break, and another one of the best teams in Major League Baseball. So, how about the Cincinnati Reds? Tito, last game of the season. So, yeah, he's got them in the playoffs for the first time in I don't know how long. I don't honestly think that they have a chance against the Phillies.
It's funny the Dodgers were the
once
3
again
seed.
another
It's funny the
one of the
Dodgers
best teams
being
in
the
Major
3
League
seed there.
Baseball, and then the Cubbies and the Padres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I'm sorry. The Dodgers, I think, will take care of business versus the Reds. I think the Dodgers got bored. I think the Dodgers are the best team in baseball, in my opinion, and just kind of floated around for God knows how long. Maybe that's some bad managing, but I think they take care of the Reds, and that will be an epic series. Phillies and Dodgers in the
I think
LCS.
Dodgers take care of the Phillies as well. I think so.
That's going to be a good series. That's going to be a really good series.
I think I don't know. I'm calling
Cubs and Padres. I'd like to see the Cubbies come out of that, and I do think they will. But I think the Brewers will probably
the
battle
I-94
of Wisconsin versus Illinois on the border.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
All right, here we go. Tigers, Brewers.
That's the World Series.
AL Central battle right there.
Oh my Lord.
Or the AL East.
Come on, let's go.
Oh boy,
let's go. Come on, let's go.
Is Paul Molitor going to come out and play?
AL East, yeah, right.
I'm trying to be positive.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Blue Jays and Brewers in the World Series. I'm going out on a limb because I think that's going to be.
Oh, you're going 1-1. Come on.
Yeah, dude, the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are good.
Blue Jays are really good, and so are the Brewers. So are the Yankees, but I think the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays take the Yankees down, and I think the
Blue Jays.
I'm going to go Blue Jays win the whole doggone thing.
And you got
there you go,
the Tigers.
You're welcome.
You got Jimmy with Tigers Brewers.
Tigers Brewers.
Well, who do you have winning? Tigers or Brewers?
Miller, are you in?
So
Tigers. Oh, we're going to a parade.
Oh my Lord, Jim has eaten the Tiger fandom gum, the gum of choice of Detroit Tigers fans all over the nation.
Hey, I got to be honest with you. I was a little upset when you said we haven't gone off the rails.
Oh, more props.
Week.
Oh,
so here we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no, more props. Oh boy, Jim's on an absolute tear with props.
I'm trying to find Nemo. Okay.
Lord. Oh.
Dude,
so
we've really gone
my
off
pick,
the rails.
I got to be a homer.
Holy
I'm going
crap.
the Tigers, and I'm going the Phillies. I'm going to say the Phillies are going to win it. Yep. I mean, if the Tigers
that's not a
get
bad choice.
by the Guardians,
not a bad choice at all,
and they can get some of that mojo back that they had, they were one of the best teams in baseball the entire year. It's just something happened, and let's get that back from what they were.
They were. I agree with that. But again, I think if you look at them versus the Blue Jays, I mean, the Blue Jays were the Tigers of the second half and the first half. Can everybody follow that? The Blue Jays were the Tigers of the first half that the Tigers were in the second half. I just think I think Toronto really put it together. I think they did a really good job of managing, and I think that I think the Yankees are going to stumble upon the Blue Jays, and then Toronto goes to the World Series, takes on the Brewers, and I believe that Toronto will win the World Series. Again, Sean Beamish will be very happy with that prediction. Maybe he's not, because maybe he's saying, don't jinx us.
The good thing is,
Tigers are winning.
The Tigers are back in it.
That we'll see. We'll see.
They're back in it.
We'll
It's
we just gotta
gives
find
us something to
Nemo.
root for here. We're gonna have some stuff coming up. I love baseball. I think we all do. Everything's a little bit different some places, so it's good to have it. It's good to be here. Yeah.
Playoff baseball.
Playoffs
is some of the most intense pitch by pitch, step off the mound,
Mhm.
back to the pitches. The intensity is pretty crazy. I find myself every bit as much standing in front of the TV on a pitch by pitch basis as I do perhaps in sudden death overtime of the Wings in a playoff game. I'm not sure you can replicate that excitement, but it's pretty doggone close. It's pretty awesome. It's taking the intensity of something like that to a whole new level, and I do love playoff baseball. So
When
let's
you
go.
can't hear yourself cheer, it's insane.
Yeah, right.
It's just I don't know how to describe it.
Exhilarating.
But it's awesome.
It's 10-3 and the battle of 0-3 teams, and our
I see this.
not so favorite coach, former defensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, Aaron Glenn, who likes to do dances on the sidelines down the field when the game's not over and then choke away a game. And nonetheless, I digress.
I
He's all right. He's a good guy.
he,
He's not bad. But yeah, it's 10-3. Fins,
I wish
fish.
yeah.
You what?
I wish no, I just wish him well. Yeah.
Yeah, so here we go. Playoff baseball. We got a doubleheader of football tonight. I believe right now the other game that is in action in progress. It is 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, favoring the Bungles over the Broncos. Bengals are 2-1, but I don't think that's going to last too long with Broadway Joe Burrow being out for the foreseeable future with his toe.
I feel so bad for him. I do.
Yeah, he's
a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. He's a pretty good kid. He gets a little cocky at times, but yeah, that we've talked about again.
Yeah, but you got
turf toes.
Cocky to,
yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Stand your ground,
we will see what happens there. Hey, the Wings are down 2-0 in preseason action against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm sure the Stunias are getting very excited about that, even though this is
we got something. We got some important stuff here.
Right.
Wings. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
So
yeah,
it is time, and we have to come up with some I think some fanfare for this coming up, because it's time for the Unfunniest Podcast Player of the Week. So you can guess. Sure, Jimmy, what's your guess?
Yes.
Oh, can I guess?
Listen, Finding Nemo.
Jeez.
Finding the MVP.
So
no, you not.
All right.
I'm not even taking a guess. I'd just rather be surprised.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Here we go.
Dude.
No.
This is
no. This was on purpose.
For
Did you
Indiana.
see the line?
It
was
trips
5.5.
and falls and takes the safety.
No.
So Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza is our player of the week, and yes, and Fernando Mendoza is officially our player of the week.
Mendoza.
And the best part about that is he came out and said, "I am very sorry for all the people that bet, considering the line I think was 6.5, and caused them." Yeah, he did come out and said he's apologizing for that. He apologized to all the gamblers who may have been impacted by the play.
Dude, so what was it? 8 seconds left. He snaps the ball with double zeros on the clock. Yep. He's at the 20. He continues to run to the end zone. It's like, I'm like, seriously?
I do too, but
dude, I feel bad for the guy, to be honest with you.
I mean, listen, a 4.5 point spread. Yeah, people are probably going to. Well,
let Mike
stay in age.
Back in high school.
I was going to say, go ahead first, because I'm going to do a reveal.
Listen, we had some pretty big discussions. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry. Yeah, I was going to say we had some top 10 teams falter this
doing
week.
James Franklin things.
The whiteout and James Franklin of Penn State doing James Franklin things. He is now 4-21 in top 10 division opponent games. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that can't. Sorry, Stunias. You want to talk about
another guy I feel bad for.
I mean,
seriously.
dude.
I think he's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good coach. He just, pardon the expression, he pees the bed in these big games. So I was watching McAfee this morning again on the plane in between working, and he talked about we lost Miller. So he talked about the environment at Penn State that night and the whiteout. He said that it was the single-handed most intimidating, amped up crowd he's ever been around. So, and he's obviously been around a lot. So you take that, you think that would basically, in most cases, propel you to a victory. But again, James Franklin, for some reason, and Ohio State's done it to him. Ohio State's gone in there on a Saturday night in a whiteout and won that game. So granted, this was double overtime, but man, and of course, James Franklin takes ownership after the Penn State loss. Dude, yeah, that is pretty tough to take. If you're a Penn State, if you're a Nittany Lion fan,
I feel bad because I like him. I think.
Yeah, I like him.
He's got a good team. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
See that how they do that field goal kick before the game for $300,000.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, the kid,
with McAfee and Herb Street.
Somebody else out and made it.
Yeah,
like, oh, we'll split it.
Oh. Yeah, so there was another couple of upsets, I guess you could say. Alabama over Georgia. That broke Georgia's, I believe, their first home loss in 6 years. Yes, that is correct. Number 5, Georgia loses at home for the first time in 6 years. That's pretty remarkable. So, yeah, Alabama kind of coming storming back, which they needed to do because that was not looking necessarily the greatest with that one loss. But Notre Dame destroys Arkansas. Illinois at home over USC. I didn't see that coming. I thought USC would go into Illinois and take care of business, but give Bielema, who's not the most favorable coach in the world, I give him a lot of credit. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they take down number 21 USC. Mizzou rolled over UMass. Vandy way over Utah State. Georgia Tech had to go to Wake Forest and win in overtime by 1. Tennessee goes to Mississippi State 41-34. That was another overtime game. And what was the other one? We talked about Indiana, Iowa. 20-15. That's crazy to me. And the Buckeyes struggled a little bit in the first quarter and a half of that game.
Yeah,
I was watching that with some. I was watching that actually poolside on Saturday afternoon with some other accounts, our friends from Ohio.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, sorry. And it was 3-0 Washington. We're talking to this one young lady from Ohio State. Sure, we didn't even know who she was, but man, she was fired up. Oh my! She's screaming at the TV. I'm like, holy cow! Get her another adult beverage. Let her calm down a little bit.
Yeah, obviously the Buckeyes. I won't say it, but put it on the account.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see? All right. So listen. Clearly, being a fan of Ohio State, I believe that the roughing the passer penalty aided them more so than anything. But we have to start looking at this. These ticky-tack roughing the passer. I mean, Sayan barely got touched by him. Again, being a Buckeye fan, in essence, I mean, it benefited them. But it's like, dude, some of these refs, it's almost like they're trying to inject themselves into these games. Because,
all right,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, dude, we're playing football. Like, if you're going helmet to helmet,
that's one thing.
I understand it. But after that,
yeah, or even if you're
rough sport.
If you're a 300-pound defensive lineman and you're tackling the quarterback and driving him into the turf and slamming his head, and like you said, helmet to helmet, that's one thing.
Yes.
That absolutely needs to get called. If you watch that play on Saturday, he essentially bumped him with a shoulder. Sayan didn't even go down.
He put a shoulder into him, and he tackled him like you're supposed to.
So this brings up something else that I want to talk about too. So it's almost like when you watch NFL games now and a big play happens, what's in the back of your head? You can't celebrate because why?
Flag.
Exactly. You're looking for that stupid yellow thing.
They're
yeah. It's again, I think some of these guys are trying to interject into these games and make it more about, maybe it's not on purpose, but it's in some ways it feels like it, because as a fan, as watching these games, and I guess you could even say in the college level too, but you're watching these games and all of a sudden, like I said, it's okay, is there a yellow flag? Can I celebrate? Can I start screaming? That should not happen.
No,
it should be.
How many times touchdown Joe Buck and there's a flag.
Oh, that's your buddy Joe Buck.
And like it's like, oh my god.
Yeah,
come on.
Miller's definitely going to have to get himself a new computer because he's been.
Oh, geez.
Relegate him to the background and call on him with a button. All right, Miller, you can now talk. Come into the picture, and then we'll mute him again and put him off in the background. He'll love that. He's going to
president.
I'm telling you right now, he's going to edit this part out.
Go, do it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, back to real quick. I do think, and I think there's a lot of people that talk about this too. You get too scared to get excited about something. Because you look at the TV and go, oh, where's the flag? Is there a flag? Is there a flag? Is there no flag? Well, it was the end of the Browns game last week. I couldn't even. I started to go crazy because Schmidt made the kick, and then all of a sudden you saw the yellow icon. It's the yellow icon of doom.
Yellow.
Oh, there it is. You know what, Jim? Just for that, I'm going to bring out mine as well. It's the yellow flag, yellow glasses.
We're brothers. We're
Yeah.
brothers.
It's the yellow flag, yellow glasses of referee.
Where's Miller?
Jeez. He died. He's gone.
Yeah.
He passed.
No Miller.
God rest his soul.
Anyways.
I have to reboot my computer. He just got in. He's going to edit all of this out and say, oh.
Might be getting yelled at here. Hold on.
Huh?
Miller.
Yeah.
I have to reboot my computer.
That's what he said.
Coming on.
That's what he said.
All right. What's next? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we're going back to the NFL, which there was something else that I was going to bring up too. Dolphins jerseys. That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, dude, those are sweet.
Those things are BA. Yes.
Yes.
It's a throwback back to the old Miami Vice, which with a little bit of pink and obviously with you can almost call it Honolulu blue, sort of. I don't know what the official Miami Dolphin blue color is considered, but there's a picture of Miami Stadium. Miller was saying it looks exactly like the old Silverdome when the Silverdome was out. The original conception of their stadium looked exactly.
Pull it up. You got it up?
Yeah, I'll bring it up here. Hold on.
I want to see it.
Un momento.
All
right, so Miami Dolphins Stadium. Share my screen. Images. So here is the original Dolphins Stadium. There it is. I knew it. I knew I could find it.
Dude, I need a new computer too.
You do?
Yeah. This thing.
So let me share my screen momentarily. Picture is not available. Yes, I know that. So this is
screen's good.
Share. So there it is.
Oh yeah.
That's it on the right.
Dude.
It looks exactly like,
dude,
yeah. It looks exactly like, I mean, outside of the turnstiles on the outside of it, but
that's
the
spot on.
Yeah. Internal design of that stadium was the Silverdome without the roof.
Yeah.
And when the Silverdome got tore down, you can kind of even see it too. So, yeah, there's definitely a resemblance to it for absolutely sure.
Absolutely.
Pull this back in here. But yeah, going back to the Dolphins uniforms, those things are absolutely cool.
Yeah.
10-3 Dolphins.
10-3.
Yep, 10-3.
Aaron Glenn.
Oh, hold on.
Come on, buddy.
Okay, so
I'm rooting for him.
Hold on, we're gonna go off sports topic for a minute. So we had a comedian at the closing night event last night down in Florida. So his name's Tom Cotter. So I can't share anything with his and image per se.
Yeah, right.
But so
that's
dude, he is pretty awesome. He was rapid fire talking about everything from, he got into a little bit of political stuff. He got into some other things. He started going off about phrases. He's like, well, that guy would bend over backwards for you. And he goes, Jesus, is he going to break his spine if he's bending over backwards? He's got his head he's got his head up his ass. He's like, what, has he got a giraffe neck if he can put his head all the way up his ass?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. But
the
last segment he did, again, I'm not gonna share this, and I'm not gonna do anything verbatim because I'm not gonna steal. But he said, we're at a point in this country where cancel culture is clearly out there. He goes, but let's just use something as an example. Let's use the Baby It's Cold Outside. So 2 years ago, they decided, there were certain radio stations. They said, well, we don't like playing that because it seems offensive. It's disturbing, this, that, and everything else. He goes, huh. Okay. At the same exact time, the number one song in the country for 5 or 6 weeks straight, Billboard Top 40, he said it actually won I believe a Grammy. He said was the song from Nicki Minaj called Wet, ASS, and the P Word. Oh. He goes, so let's compare and contrast both sets of lyrics. So he gets out his paper and he starts talking about the Baby It's Cold Outside, my sister will be concerned, this, that, and everything else. He goes, and then he goes over to the other piece of paper and he just goes off on this, what the lyrics to Wet, bleep is. And the whole crowd's just like, oh my God. And then you read another line and then you go back to that. You hear me about that, Mark?
Yeah, here he is. Welcome back, buddy.
That's all the first thing I heard.
Dude, all right. So
Hold on. So I was talking about we had a comedian last night for the closing
Uh-huh.
night of our trip. So it was Tom Cotton or Tom
Mhm.
Cotter, right? Yeah, that was the other thing he do. He goes, yeah. He goes, because my wife and I are both comedians. We named our kid Harry Cotter, like Harry Potter. It was
that's pretty good.
hilarious.
That's
So I
pretty
told
good.
Jimmy Mark, he's up there. He's like, well, that guy would bend over backwards for you. He goes, bend over back. Well, you got to break your spine doing that, or you got your head up your ass. He goes, man, what do you got, a giraffe neck? So all these terms and phrases, it was absolutely hilarious. So, anyways, what I was going off about or talking about was how they started to take the "Baby It's Cold Outside" song. You know, the people were getting offended by that.
Mhm.
So he was reading the lyrics to that, and he was reading the lyrics to at the same exact time the number one song in the country for many weeks running was Nicki Minaj's "What." Yeah. So he went line by line for both, and he's like, "Wow, but this was allowed to stay on." So it was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, he was really good. I was really impressed. I forgot that he won, or he came in runner up on AGT. He also won a couple of other comedic awards. You know what? I'll give him a quick. Hold on, I'm going to give him a quick plug because he was actually really good. Yeah, there he is, Tom Cotter. So he
Cotter with the K.
Cotter, Tom Cotter. Yeah, he finished runner-up and becoming the breakout star from season 7's America's Got Talent. He talked about this last night. He lost to a dog act, but don't hold that against him. He was the first ever comedian to be a finalist on the show and was the highest finishing human being on the show that year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he went back to AGT in 2019. He also has been on The Tonight Show, Last Comic Standing. He's got his very own special Comedy Central presents. Tom Cotter, he's been on Howard Stern, Comics Unleashed, and multiple appearances on CBS's The Late Late Show. And he also was a celebrity host of Gotham Comedy Live. So he was actually really good. He was hilarious, dude.
All right. So
go ahead.
Whenever you're having a bad day,
yes,
watch comedy.
Yeah.
It picks you up. It
Yeah.
really does.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I believe in that. Anyway.
So there you go. Yeah, Miller, we lost you. What happened
Absolutely.
to you?
Welcome back, Miller.
So
you're frozen.
Welcome back,
I'm going to
Cotter.
show before my computer crashes again. We're gonna have a fundraiser for buy Miller a computer because there we go. That should be better now.
Oh, we need to get you a new computer. I got to buy Kayla a new computer too, so you might as well get in line.
Yeah.
I need.
Oh, cool. All right. Mike, I need one too.
We're going to start a fundraiser for that. There we go. I should be back now.
I don't. I'm good.
It is. I didn't think it was as bad as what it was, but I was trying to talk about I think it's a website. The problem with the website. I was trying to go over the different rivalry uniforms the NFL's creating, and anybody who's watching the game tonight.
Jimmy and I started talking about that.
You obviously see the. Yeah, so if you see that, you're going to see the new rivalry uniforms, which are pretty sweet. They're going to.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
I'm watching it. No, go ahead.
I was going to say those are my.
Maybe one of you guys can bring them up and show them.
Probably my favorite. Hold on.
I almost like them better than Lions.
Yeah.
I definitely
believe I'm saying that. Huh?
I'm sorry. What they call them again? The what kind of jerseys?
Rivalry uniforms.
Mark.
Oh, here we go. I can show these now.
Jeez,
give me a second. I'll show this on my screen.
I got them.
All right.
I don't think
you got them because I got it.
All right, here we go. Yep, I got them.
There, I got it.
Let's see the screen here in a second.
There you go.
All right. So you've got the AFC East and the NFC West are the two divisions that are going to have it. And can you guys see my screen yet?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
Is that a woman's uniform for Buffalo? What is that? Ah.
That is the ice cold uniforms. Give me a second here. Yeah, Miller needs a new computer. So
for
anybody who wants to donate, we're going to start a GoFundMe. Yeah. So
all right.
So this is going to be for the Bills, the first one. It's called the Cold Front. Bills Mafia.
Rolls right. Throws to Waller. Touchdown Dolphins.
You need a Find Nemo for laptop?
I think so.
Darren Waller with a 9-yard touchdown reception to put the Dolphins on top, 16-3, pending the extra point. Sorry, I went off into a play-by-play.
Not such a given after last night.
What?
All right. So you guys can see the Buffalo ones now. The Bills Mafia, all white.
Yeah.
I do agree. The Miami ones are pretty sweet.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Those are.
I'm very impressed with those.
Awesome.
Are those
What
the
else you
Pats?
Hey, not bad from
Ooh, those aren't bad.
the Patriots.
Those are pretty awesome too.
Mm-hmm. No,
I like the red and the blue.
here's the Gotham City football from the Jets.
Uh,
Yeah,
These
Not bad.
were the ugliest. This is ridiculous.
Those
It
are
looks like
hideous.
blood
That's
splatter
terrible.
on him.
please.
yeah,
No,
they
it looks
got
like ice
dirt-
cream.
they
It's
have
ice
dirt
cream.
on in there.
It's ice cream. Throw it away. Let it melt, and it
Ice
will
cream.
melt in Arizona.
Ice cream.
Looks like it's got sprinkles in it.
Here's your Rams in the
Are those
ombre
the
colors.
Rams?
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Those
if
are
you
pretty
ask
cool.
me.
I like those.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad at all.
I like the
Stafford.
49ers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of, it's very
And the Seahawks is pretty
I was
cool.
going to say fornicator. 49er-esque.
Yeah.
Bring up the
That's-
Seahawks. You got them?
Yeah.
It's
Next year, the
Hey,
Lions
speaking
will
of
have
the,
it.
speaking of
AFC
the
South
Pats,
and NFC North.
speaking of the Pats,
This should help my computer now.
finally.
2-2.
there we go.
Hey, speaking of the Pats, you see Drake May? That kid is another, I believe, up and coming young quarterback for the Pats. 14 of 17,
He's from North
203,
Carolina,
2
right?
touchdowns. Yeah, 155.6 rating. So the Pats are now 2-2, and Mr. Vrabel has them playing extremely well. The Carolina Panthers are 1-3. Bryce Young continues to, in my opinion, be one of the worst draft choices that has been out there.
Ugh.
Hell, they put Andy
It's
Dalton in
miserable.
actually. Huh? Yeah.
The
Yeah, they ended up
red
replacing
rifle.
him with Andy Dalton. Huh?
The red rifle.
Yeah, but
yeah.
The Drake May he seems to be a pretty good kid, man. Yeah, of course, there's going to have lots of overreaction Monday. People talking about, oh, it's the next Brady. I'm like, dude, okay, slow down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But yeah, sorry, that was the one game I wanted to talk about. I was talking with Jimmy when you were off. I'm like, dang it, there was something else I was going to talk about for NFL, and that was it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like the Patriots have had that, next quarterback. Think about all the ones that they've gone through the last couple of years. Is starting with Jimmy
nothing like the
Garoppolo and
85.
everybody else.
Nothing like the 85 of
Yeah.
my team that they've had since 1999, since Bernie
Oh, good
and
lord.
Vinny Testaverde.
Yes. That's no good.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what time I think it really is, though?
Oh no!
For more than
Oh, yeah.
anything,
Here we go.
we haven't heard
excited.
Mike complain enough today. So let's see, Mike. What
Mike's
more can
been
you
in a
complain
good
about
mood
today?
for the most part.
I know.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Mike's Rant of the Week.
Clearwater.
And now, here is Mike with his rant.
Terminator.
Yeah. Well, listen. So I'm wearing the dark shaded sunglasses because I found myself getting somewhat perturbed by all of these vehicles now that have these tinted windows. Not saying I'm not a fan of tinted windows, but holy cow. I feel like we've gone far enough in this country away from being around each other and even be able to see each other. But now we have to have tinted windows where you can't see any human being
Nope.
in any vehicle, whether it's from the side, from the back, and now from the front. Here's the other thing that drives me crazy. The kids, we have to have these tinted windows. These things are cool. Well, I agree. Okay, so this time of year, for the next how many months, because we're going to go into the death trap of it gets dark in the morning, or it's dark in the morning, you go to work, and it's dark at night when you come home from work. You cannot see when you're backing up the driveway in a tinted out vehicle. You can't see. I have to put the windows down. Well, guess what? In the winter, it's stinking cold, and I don't want to put my windows down and freeze my tush off while I'm trying to be able to see the lines when I'm backing into someplace.
Mike just said tush.
Yeah. I get in Bobby's truck, and I'm like, dude, what is going on here? I can't see a thing.
I
Yeah,
need
that's
my
why I wear
privacy.
my glasses, too. But yes, it
keep it
definitely
going.
gives you privacy. Now, okay, so here's what I'm going to get. This is the counter argument to this, is that people say, well, you can't see over to the other person and see if they're perturbed. So it's actually going to give you a less likelihood of having road rage because you can't
I've
engage
never
with
heard
that
that.
person. Huh?
I've
Yeah.
never heard that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Well, think about it. So if you're ticked off at somebody, you pull up next to them and you can't see them, they can see you, obviously, but they could be sitting there giving you the bird, doing everything else, but you never know. So it de-escalates quickly. So that's the argument that I've heard of from that. So that was the public service address announcement of my rant tonight. Well, Mr. Ward's views don't necessarily reflect those of the UFP. We here at the UFP actually feel that tinted windows can de-escalate a situation where we aren't having any type of violence from road rage. So go ahead and get your tinted windows to help the community. Thanks. Yeah. So there's my rant of the week.
I got him.
I was
Out of my face.
I was
in a roundhouse your ass.
I was at the airport today. All right, so here I'll have a quick second one because this is obviously being traveling today, but it continues to amaze me. So Delta and all the other airlines try every single possible way they can to prevent people from hoarding at the, at the gate lining up. It's pretty amazing because now they've just gone to zone 1 through I think zone 9 or 10. So I was in 3, and I mean the people that are crowding in like a half moon behind you, waiting to get it. It's almost like they're vultures, and it's like, dude, we're all going to the same spot. I get it, and I understand the whole overhead bin thing, but now Delta especially tells you on a full flight today. They're like, please bring your bags up. We'll check your bags for free. It's not a big deal. Put it on there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you've already got a bag checked, you might as well pack another one if you got a carry-on. But being in zone 3, I didn't have any problem getting overhead bin space. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, there was the second rant of the day. But there's no disclaimer from UFP this time that it doesn't reflect the views of Mr. Mike Ward.
I don't fly as much as you do, but when I do, it's terrible.
I will say this. Mark, I told you this before in our pregame prep for the podcast here that flying out, we had a 7:00 flight last week when we flew down there. We checked the bag. Of course, you guys ripped on me about that. I'm very sad. I might have to put my sunglasses back on to hold back my tears. But there was literally no line to check a bag. No, this was at 5:00 in the morning. There was not one other person.
I got you.
Not one other person in the line for security. It was the easiest. And then on top of that, we get to Tampa. We go down to get our bag, my check bag, which, again, you guys are making fun of me about. And in typical rose/orange colored glasses. Now, Jim and I are twins.
All right.
My bag, literally, I walked to carousel number 7, and there was my bag. I go, I should probably play the lottery of how easy this trip down here was. So, yes. Yeah, Clearwater Beach, Florida. Nice. Shout out to those guys, man. Holy cow. What a spectacular few days we had down there. That is a neat little area. I still think that Siesta Key is my favorite. Just a little more quaint, not quite as commercialized, but some of the local flair. This is one of the things that I love to do. We walk around, we find and there's not a ton of chain restaurants, which I don't think I would eat at a chain restaurant anyways. But the little places along the water, we got to this place called the Bait Shop, which sells bait. But they also have a restaurant with fresh catches of the day. Corvina was the catch of the day. I believe last week we went there. Well, we went there twice.
Catches, awesome.
This restaurant is literally on a dock. No signage, but the locals know it especially. And obviously some of the tourists like us go over there. But I mean, just some of the best fresh food we could possibly have. And then another little place down on the other side of the resort, right on the beach, right on the little boardwalk called Krabby's. Listen, I'm not promoting alcohol use, but their Bloody Mary that she made, she put like a honey glaze on the rim and then put the spice on that. Let me tell you something. That was something real nice.
It's a real nice surprise.
And a shrimp, avocado, and sausage omelet.
Blew him away.
To heaven. Died and went to
awesome.
heaven. Oh, it was just absolutely spectacular. And again, just another little hole in the wall place right on the beach. These are the things I live for. I'm going to sell everything I have. And I'm going to live
motivation to wake up tomorrow to get.
Yeah, I'm going to sell everything I have, including the kids. And I'm going to go down and live on the beach in a tent,
Bobby K,
and then just bebop around the little restaurants. Of course, I'm kidding. Jeez, oh Pete.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. I know. I get back from Florida, I'm like, please, this is very depressing for me. So this is good. I guess I got to get some of my frustration out on the UFP podcast tonight.
Well, you're
So
going to
there
have
you
the
go.
good thing is your weather's going to be nice for at least the next week. It's
Did
crazy.
you see this?
It's going to be in the 80s.
I can't believe. Okay, so I got to go. As much as I bitch about this godforsaken area, I got to give some props to the local Midwest weather for the next week. This is the first time I've come back from Florida, because usually I'm not in Florida when it's warm here. But this is the first time I go back from Florida, and I had to use the air conditioning in my vehicle when I got back. Usually you get in the car and you're so cold, you're sitting there huddling, trying to have some body warmth before the vehicle warms up to have the heat. But yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a little bit of a shift. So if you think about it, I won't go into a long dissertation. We lost April. We lost May. We've talked about this. I went verbatim down the line about the temperatures. It was one of my rants. We lost half of June, but now we are certainly gaining it in September. And for the love of Pete, it looks like the next week. It's, So here we go. Bring it.
Actually, speaking of the next week, what do you guys got on tap?
Go ahead, Jim.
Jack shit.
Jack, nice to meet you.
Nothing.
Jack. Yep, Jack here. Nice to meet you. No, I got nothing.
I have this weekend
Mike.
coming up. Yeah, I have for the Catholic League. I've got some announcing coming up and I've really got to do some prep for both volleyball, lacrosse, and soccer. I've done soccer.
Wow.
I haven't done lacrosse, but it's going to be I got some work to do at night after work to practice up on that stuff too. So at my after hours fun.
I've got I actually got my first I'm going to be announcing the Oakland versus Purdue University Fort Wayne soccer match on Saturday night. So senior night over at Oakland U. So I'll be doing that for the first time for over there. So, and fun first time. So of course I'll be a little nervous, but it'll go perfectly fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It'll go good. It's funny that after going to a couple events for Oakland now, they don't have many live reads. Like, I just think about all the other events where you've got in between action, everything. You got 100 things you're announcing, and Oakland didn't have many live reads for stuff coming up.
You'll find you have to make up some. You got to do your own research.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. They'll give me my script and stuff, but you got to go off it when it comes to that. So, but it's going to be like 85 degrees, 87 degrees, whatever on Saturday. So it'll be nice and hot inside that little tent area there.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So
awesome.
Appreciate everybody, you guys listening to all this. We've been seeing the numbers. You guys have been really following us, which is awesome. And keep sharing it. Keep letting everybody know about this.
Dude, Tua just took another hit.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, didn't mean
saw that.
That was a late hit and a dirty hit, and they threw the fly. Oh, I bet you they eject him. He slid and he got hit in the head, helmet to helmet. UFP folks, that's what we want you to like us, follow us, as we're giving you live reads from the NFL game that you're already watching on your own TV, and you can see it for yourself. So we'll show you the same thing.
Let's all Mike. Okay.
Coming up next week, everybody, we're going to have an announcement of the very first sponsor of the Unfunniest podcast, and we're going to announce that next week. And it'd be pretty interesting. But once again, if anybody wants to put to a GoFundMe so Miller can get a better computer to run all this, we're going to put it out there, sure. But we appreciate everything.
My Browns ball, which I need to, I'll probably get topped off for.
Weird asses.
You could probably we could probably take a loan out against the Browns ball to get Miller a new computer. Yeah.
Thank you guys again. Appreciate everything, and have a great week.
Have a spectacular week. See ya.
See ya.